Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. No live post-match reaction, because it ain't good for me, and it ain't good for you, because that today was, again, absolutely shite, diabolical, abysmal, whichever adjective you want to throw at it, it'll fit. As long as it's a negative one, it'll fit, because today was just diabolical. We played well for about 15 minutes and then went to shit. There are a number of reasons as to why that is, and we'll talk about it, okay? Before we do, if you can, smash a like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. Today, look, we all got giddy in the morning, myself included, but we all knew we weren't going up. We all knew that Huddersfield were going to drop the ball. Not even drop the ball, Ipswich were going to win, right? They were at home, 22 years out of the top flight, etc. They've done it, and they deserve it, right? What we had to ensure today that is we didn't lose. What we had to do today was to ensure that the same issues with our performances weren't preyed on by Southampton. Southampton have now done the double over us. Southampton, who had arguably a worse collapse than us, they've lost the last three. They got into a position and then collapsed. Probably not as bad as us. Maybe we're both as shit as each other, but ultimately they're better than us and we're shitter than them. Defensively, I don't know what's happened. There is just no. Any team plays against us at the minute, it looks like they can score at will. I've sat here and backed Meslier all season. I was wrong to do so now, because he's just become hologram hands, biscuit wrists, whatever you like. Anytime someone shoots on goal, it goes in the back of the net. One of them comes from a corner. Again, we cannot defend or attack corners anymore. Defensively, we're woeful. Whenever a ball's put into the box, we deal with it, bang. I say deal with it. We give it straight to a Southampton player. Goes to Shea Adams, crossing the box. It misses every single Leeds player. It's like the parting of the Red Sea, and you've got Armstrong, I think Kyle Walker-Peters, Smallbone, all waiting to tap it in at the back post, and of course Meslier doesn't save it. Pirro gets one back. That's a deflection. Pirro, again, someone said on the watch-along he's got a no-sub clause. Just doesn't work. I thought he played well in the opening 15. I thought Nonto looked like he was on it. Gruev tracking a rebo, but as soon as we concede, we go to shit. Joseph should have started for me. I would argue as well, the subs should have been sooner. Try something different, because we're going into the playoffs on the same lineup, the same performance levels, the same tactics. And I just don't see how we come back for this for two further fixtures, which will be against Norwich. And what a way for Norwich fans to sort of... What a story that is. Either way, it's a story, right? Norwich going up against their former manager, lost today, but they're not bothered. They got sixth, and they'll play us over two legs, and I have no confidence in it. I don't, and I said that before today's game. Leeds United don't do the playoffs, and seeing that performance, you can't have any confidence. We've been beaten today by a Southampton side that had lost in 3 before that. Bearing in mind they lost to Cardiff's kids. They got battered by Leicester 5-0 and then lost to Stoke. And then they beat us quite comfortably today. And then when it comes to defending, we have no chances. Somerville can be too greedy. Rutter, again, shouldn't have played. Give the guy a rest. He was shite again today. Pirro, what else is the man, folks? I don't know. I don't know. I have no answers. But it seems like Farke doesn't either. And he's the manager, and he's got to find the answers. He's got to find the answers. He's got to come up with a plan to somehow get this team ready for the playoffs. Because right now, I have zero confidence that we'll do anything in the playoffs, if I'm being totally honest. Piss poor. Again. And Firpo's gone straight down the tunnel, annoyed, frustrated. The referees had a stinker today, but you're not going to get me complaining too much, because the performance wasn't great. The performance was shocking, so doesn't deserve as being, doesn't deserve as, I don't know, you know what I mean. Second half there, XG, Leeds United 0.32, Southampton 0.35, shite. Both teams just playing with, Graham Smith says if this reception they're getting doesn't make them want to run through walls in the semi-finals, then nothing ever will. They probably don't even they probably don't even deserve that, really, due to the fall-off, But apparently, from the stands, raucous backing from the players. Keep your chin up. We go again. Firpo's gone straight down the tunnel, but they're trying to fire the players up because they need to do. Like, what's left now? And big up to the fans that are there because they have every reason to be crestfallen. This was earmarked as a way for as the game that would see Leeds United promoted against Southampton, etc. And it's just turned out to be an absolute damp squib. No one performed well today. No one performed well at all. And then the changes again are a little bit like what we're changing here, what we're trying to do. I almost feel like I have to apologise for being positive throughout the season, but I was convinced that we would do something and we've not. Ipswich have gone up, Leicester have gone up, deservedly so. And we've just dropped the ball at the biggest moment. And every time there's been pressure on Leeds United this season, we have dropped the ball. So my worry is with the playoffs, we will also drop the ball on them occasions as well. We've got to play Norwich twice and then get to a final. If you get to a final, you're playing a Southampton team that have beaten you twice and beaten you quite comfortably. 3-1 at their place today was rubbish, but we never bothered them, let's be honest. And we were too busy being petulant and wanting to kick out at players and have arguments. If anything, Russell Martin will love that today because, again, it's one over on Leeds United, one over on Daniel Farke, and psychologically, fan base, players, management, etc., if we did play them in the final, you'd be thinking, well, they beat us twice. They beat us twice, quite comfortably on both occasions. They didn't really have to do it today, though. This is the problem. We're just, how many times did Smallbone just ghost from midfield because Kamara or Gruev haven't tracked the man? That cutback for his goal, Firpo has to take a lot of the blame because obviously the balls come from Bednarak over the top. Firpo doesn't bother running for it. Kyle Walker-Peters does, keeps it in. Then Firpo's overcommitted, slips. That was Premier League Firpo defending. Cross, and he's ghosted off the back of Kamara as Smallbone, and then again Gruev. And it's an easy goal for him to finish. And Leeds lose the game 2-1 and don't deserve anything out of it, to be honest. We could have, even a point, just anything to give us some sort of confidence going into the playoffs. And I don't have any. And that's why I wanted to pull because, there's a lot of I told you so's, which I get. It is what it is because I'd be doing the same thing had we got promoted. But it's not good for me and it's not good for you to just sit there absolutely... just going through this. Like, at the end of the day, when it mattered, we dropped the ball and they need to dust themselves off and try get themselves up for the playoffs. But, Popey's put it right. Leeds United meandered into the playoffs, Doggy paddled into the playoffs. Drowned into the playoffs, if you like. But, two sort of like, semi-finals in it, and then you're in a final kind of vibe, so just below par. Not great performance, really poor. There doesn't seem to be, well, there does. 15 minutes we 15 minutes we were pressing well, but then when we concede we go to shit and can't seem to get it back, Can't seem to get it back. Just can't seem to get it back. But that has to change. And hopefully it will. But right now I have zero confidence in the team and the personnel and even Daniel Farke to make the right decisions. I'm not saying don't, everything that can go wrong has gone wrong, and therefore I don't think we can put it right in 8 days' time. In 8 days we'll play Norwich 12:30 on the Sunday. Probably kill us, And imagine what that's going to do for the rest of your week, just waiting for waiting for death row on the Wednesday or Thursday, whenever it is. Thankfully tomorrow I'm going on a hike. That week, Monday to Wednesday I'm away for a few days. Need it. Need a bit of respite from this shit show because it's just not good enough. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say other than they were shite. From back to front, from the sideline with Daniel Farke, with every single player that played today, they were all shite, and we deserve more. And hopefully they'll give us more. But I'll probably have tomorrow off as well now, folks. Need a little rest, man, and then we'll start to get ready and peppered for the playoffs. Thanks, as always, for watching and supporting the channel. Smash a like, subscribe to it, get your comments in and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. I love you all. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.